So far, we have defined our problem, did some background research on existing solutions, and listed out what characteristics a successful solution should have. This part of the design process, component 2, is to start designing a product to model your desired solution to the problem. It's time to get the creative juices flowing. Remember the list of design requirements you made during the last video? Keep that list in mind because it will be helpful when sketching initial designs of your product. Taking the characteristics of your solution into account, at this point you can begin sketching what you want the product to look like. Keep in mind size, dimension, functionality, appearance, and material. Don't worry, you don't need to be an artist to sketch your product. A rough outline of a product design is perfectly fine for this step. A rough sketch will give you an idea of what can work and what most likely won't work when it comes to making your prototype. In this example, remember that you are creating a multi-purpose box designed to help teachers with organization. What kind of additions can be made to a box that can help with organization? Some additions that I came up with are drawers to store multiple items, teacher and student accessible drawers, removable counterparts for versatility, and more. Now, start thinking of ways you can incorporate these additions into the design. Remember that you need to sketch several designs before you find the ideal design solution to your problem. This might feel a bit overwhelming at first. You may be thinking, where do I even start? But this is a part of the process. Design is a very iterative process, and you'll have to create sketches and keep recreating them until it meets your goal. So it's okay if your first design isn't perfect. It isn't supposed to be. Just keep making necessary changes until you're satisfied with your product. So, whenever you are ready, let's keep going. Feel free to go back and review any other steps to help you better prepare for moving forward. Design doesn't happen in a day, and that's okay. It's worth it to take time to master the initial steps so you'll be better prepared to actually design your product. After taking time to sketch out your product, you now have a few sketches of different product designs. Now, you're going to compare all of your sketches, not only to each other, but also to the design requirements list. The design that satisfies the most important design requirements is the winner. This decision is very important because the design you choose will be the design you use to actually create your product. It may be a good idea to reach out to any experts, other teachers, or potential users that may be able to review your sketches to make sure that they're viable. If you get good feedback, it's important to go back and implement these changes. Remember, design is an iterative process. Don't be discouraged, it's all a part of the process. Now, it's strongly recommended that you look back at your design and break it up into multiple parts. This will make it much easier when you go on to start building a prototype. If it's a simple design, you may not need to do this. Congratulations! This marks the halfway point of your journey through the design process. I know this component is very dense and may take some time to grasp. This is perfectly fine. Do not hesitate to re-watch some of the videos to make sure you've understood everything so far. The next component is the most exciting of them all. Stay tuned and stay motivated!